So good evening, everyone. So we will now be talking about the curriculum development and the teacher's involvement in a curriculum development. So first and foremost, you have already seen and discussed the first part, which is the importance of teachers' involvement in the curriculum development. So without a doubt, the most important person in the curriculum implementation is the teacher, because without the teacher and their knowledge and experience and their competencies, they are the central or the center of the curriculum. They are what we call the backbone or the central nervous system of the curriculum. So like in a person, what would happen if to a person if your nervous system is dead, your brain is dead? So no matter how good you look, no matter how good um, your organs have been working, but without your brain, those simply will not work. So better teachers support better learning. So it's a very self-explanatory. So for now, we would be talking about the different challenges the teachers face in the development of the curriculum. Teachers' involvement in the developmental process of the curriculum is very important in meeting the society's needs. Why? Because number one, teachers are in the front line. Sila po yung nasa harapan, sila pa yung nasa ground, 'di ba? What more, sino ba yung magaling maggawa ng policy is the people that are in the ground. Alam nila ano nangyayari doon sa ground. So, the process of curriculum development requires teachers to act. Okay? You need to act. You need to know paano siya gagawin and reflect on the society's needs in each stage of the developmental process. For example, let's take this K to 12 curriculum. Diba? It's been a long time discussion that many people do not want to embrace the K to 12 program of the Department of Education. So why do we need that? Because we have a lot of professionals already. Our professionals are already in abroad. They're working. They have high-ranking jobs. Diba? But we did not know that they have taken a lot of effort just to get there. Yung iba, diba, nag-aaral pa bago makapasok. But good thing for this one, we already have our K to 12 curriculum. That means we are globally competitive. Sabi nila, aanhin mo yung pagiging matalino mo when you are not even qualified. So, you see? So for example, in South Africa, most teachers are not qualified and lack the necessary skills to participate in curriculum development. Their approach of participation in the process is not well defined and very difficult on their teachers. So they face many challenges regarding in their curriculum development process. So let us take part. What are the major advantages that we could see if teachers are involved in the curriculum process? Number one, they actively reflect the society's needs in each stage of the curriculum process. Bakit they would actively participate? Number one, kasi nga sila yung nakatira sa community. Alam nila kung sino yung estudyante nila. Alam nila kung ano yung pangangailangan ng isang society. Let's take for example the subject EPP. If you are not curriculum sensitive, do you think you could do EPP sa city? Papatanimin mo yung estudyante mo ng naka-plot. Meron kayong gulayan sa paaralan. For example, in Metro, we could do that here in Marbel. We still have lots of land in our schools, diba? If you go to Marbel. But what if you are in Cebu City? Do you think you could just tell, okay, TLE teachers, this is needed, this is one of the requirements of the curriculum, magtanim ng garden. It should be by 2 by 1, 2 meters by 1 meter. Do you think that's feasible? Hindi naman siguro, di ba? And ito naman siya, the other way around. If you're part of the rural population or your school is part of the rural community, could you oblige your students to learn how to operate a computer? I will say, okay, everyone, we will discuss this, blah, blah, blah. Then you would do a hands-on. Let's do this in one grading. You think that's a very feasible? That's why teachers are always there to be part of the curriculum classes because they would know what does the society needs. And 'di ba meron tayo sa TLE, especially in TLA today, um, teachers were given the freedom if they want to do their agriculture, their entrepreneurship according to the calendar of weather. Because how would you plant your garden if it is already season? 'Di ba? So it all depends on the teacher. On the other hand, a curriculum implementation process, not all teachers will have a chance to be involved in the process. Why? Because number one, it's because of professional development. Are you even qualified enough to become to become a curriculum implementator? Or even a curriculum writer? Baka nga iba sa atin pagdating ng panahon, takot pang magsulat ng lesson plan. If you're afraid to write a lesson plan, what more a curriculum? Because a curriculum is a very tedious job. For example, like in a lesson plan, in order for your lesson plan to be approved, it is not just your subject grade, but also your academic coordinator. After that, you need to at least to be signed by the master teachers, then the principal, and it would go through a lot of reading if you want to include your lesson plan or your lesson in the SLM. So, what more a curriculum? So, as a future educator, you should be what? Professionally developed. Not just teachers na, sige, hanggang dito na lang ako. Magre-retire na lang ako hanggang teacher 1. No. You equip yourself because opportunity will knock at your door, and being professionally developed would really help you. You would elevate your chances to get promoted. Then maybe sometimes you would be one of the supervisors in the future. So, na-segue na ha. So, the success of the curriculum development and implementation is what? It all depends on the extent of teacher education programs that are needed, which caters the prospects of teachers to study curriculum development. Why? Number one, curriculum development is a very hard process. Kung baga, kailangan mo ng mga matatalinong guro. Not just matatalinong guro, but you also need equipped guro. Because writing a curriculum, especially in the new normal, is a very hard process. Hindi po ito siya puro copy-paste. You need to really think on your feet because during this time, you would be catering to different learners. So for a question in this activity, I would ask you, what is the best? What are the characteristics of a good curriculum writer? You could Google it. You need to at least just cite 5 examples. What does it need to become a good curriculum writer? Then after that, you discuss it, mga 5 sentences each lang. Then you would be posting your answer on the comment section below this video. So thank you everyone.